Hi guys. So today we are going to look at this problem, zero array transformation, right? And this is from LeetCode Weekly Contest 441. So we'll quickly go through the problem statement. You are given an integer array nums of length n. Okay, so basically we have an array. This is our array, and then we are also given queries, right? So these are our queries, three, right? And where it's okay. So the idea of this query is you can select this subset, like this range you can select. So 0 to 2, 0 to 2, and 1 to 1, right? And then after that, you can decrement the value at each selected index, and you can select a subset. So basically, you can say that 0 to 2, you can either select 1 or you can select 0, right? Or you can select all three. And then you can decrease its value by the third element, by this. So minus 1 here, minus 1 here, minus 3 here. And eventually we have to make all the elements 0, right? And so this is the problem. And when I looked at the constraints of here, right, we can see the nums of length is this thing. It has max length of 10, right? And then rest that are given to me are queries, right? So basically your num is very small, right? So for each num, each of this you can try to make it 0. That's the first thing that I thought, that okay, I have this 2, I need to make it 0. Right now how to make it 0 but not that is the second part of it. Okay, now when I thought this, right, that you have to make 0, now how can we make 0? So for each we have in this query, right, each I have these options. Either I can choose one, if provided it is within range. Either I can choose this, I can choose this, right? So those becomes my options, right? And in the end, I have to find a minimum value of k, right? So for example, if let's say these two queries only make it 0, then this is the answer. If I need this also, then that is the answer, right? So minimum possible k such that after processing those queries, nums become 0. It might not be possible also. For example, in the second example, we can see we can either decrease 2 or we can decrease 1, right? Sorry about this. Or we can decrease 1, right? But our number is 4. So, and you can do that only once. So eventually this will never become 0, right? So that is the thing. Now you have options. So that is where whenever we have options, DP comes into mind, right? Choose or not choose. So that's how I thought it, that for each element will take for each element this which is non-zero. If it is 0, then maximum that you need is 0. If it is non-zero, let's do a DP, right? And then try to find the minimum k that you need, right? Now, how to find the minimum k, that becomes a pick or not pick problem, right? So 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and 1, 1, 3. So here we can see that this 2, this 0 index, it falls within this. I can take this, or I can say that no, I don't want this. Probably let's say here 2 is there, right? Then there is no point of using this one. You can directly use this two, right? This in this problem you can still choose. Yes, that's correct. You choose this one, and then you are never able to make that 2 0, right? So you only have to choose this. So in this example, your k will be 2, right? Because this is the index that you have chosen. Now that is how you either take this or you take this. So what are the variables in DP? I will be your index that you are at and your num that you want to 0. So here this is 2. You want to make this num 0, right? That is their second problem. And and if we see our nums I is also greater than 1000, right? Less than equal to 1000. So the constraints fit in this 1000 as well. And then our I is again, I is the length of queries, that the maximum number of queries that you can have. that is also 10 raised to power 3, right? So it kind of fits in 10 raised to power 6. So that is how it is possible. It's like n square dp, right? And then we are doing it for 10 elements. So that comes down to 10 raised to power 7, which is solvable, right? 1 second can be done in 1 second. So that is the intuition behind it. So I briefly explained DP, but I suggest if you guys don't have practice with DP, that is important to solve this problem. Like it's one way of solving this problem. So we'll quickly do this DP part first. So public and solve. And now we have this num. Our aim is to make this num 0. It is very similar to kind of knapsack or take or not take problem, right? And then you also need to know the index of this, right? So that you whether you can pick it or not. Then you have queries, and then you have int I where you are in the query, right? So int 10 is equal to queries dot length. Now if your num is 0, then you return 0, right? Basically you don't need any steps. Now if your I is greater than equal to num, so then you're out of options. So you can say integer dot max value. These are number of steps that you need. Now you have options, right? And option 1 is equal to integer dot max value. And option 2 is equal to integer dot max value, right? Now what you can do here is, now if your num index, and also we need a range, right? So let's say left range is equal to queries dot I0, that is the left, and this is the right, right? It should be within that. Now if num index is greater than equal to left and num index is less than equal to right, then what we are doing here is that you can choose this, right? It is valid option. Now your op and one more thing should be there, and your num should be greater than equal to queries dot I comma 2, right? That's how you can take. So option will be solve num minus queries of I, because you have taken that, and then num index remain the same, queries remain the same, and then your I increases, right? Or you say that no, I don't want to take it, right? I want to keep whatever my num is. I want to try the next element. Maybe that might be the better option here, right? And then in the end, you return mat.minimum of option 1 and option 2. So this is plain DP. The changes here are nums because it is changing, and the other thing is changing is I. So those are the variables, right? So that is what we need to take. So now this is our DP. Now I'll just use this. Now, what is the thing we need to do it for each of the element, right? We discussed, right? So for int I is equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus plus. Now int num is equal to, I don't need to say this, so now it max k or needed k, right? Needed k is equal to solve our nums of I, index is I, queries as it is, and 0, right? Now max k will be math dot max of max and needed k, right? Here we'll say that max k is equal to integer dot main value, right? Okay, what happened here? So if return, if max k is equal to integer dot main value, it means that, or basically we don't even need this. So if it is the maximum, right, that means that it was not possible. Then you return -1, otherwise you return max k. Here you need to initialize your DP also, right? Integer, and this will be 1002 just for a barrier, right? You can just keep it that also, and then queries dot length. Here you need to use that dp of num, dp of I is not equal to null. Then you basically return dp of num comma dp of I, dp of num comma I, right? Now this dp, this is a dp standard dp. If you guys don't know dp or trouble understanding, probably there are a lot of playlists out there. The one that I really like is by Aditya Verma, but that's in Hindi, I think. You can see other playlist, but try to understand DP, this problem. One way to solve this problem is via DP. Let's see if there are any errors in this. Okay, max K. Some errors are there. It is saying 0. I think everything is 0. So if num is 0, then only you can return 0. Otherwise, you have to return math dot minimum of operation 1 and operation 2, right? So max k is equal to max dot max k and needed k, right? And then every time you are refreshing the DP, and if it is still max, then that's the thing is correct. So if now here I am returning 0, right? That is wrong here. See, if nums is 0, then means that when you were at this I, basically that's your k, right? That's when you made it 0. Just a typo there, I think now it should be fine. So 0, 1, and it is just one index, so it will happen in the next, right? So that's it for this problem, guys. Let's see if it runs also. Yeah, works fine. So this is based on DP. There could be another ways, but this is one of the way. Hope it was of any help. Thanks.